You guys, LDT, you guys
Recording
were
in
obviously
progress.
down. You guys were obviously down a couple players up front, but when you see the amount of pressure that was allowed on Zach and the number of sacks and the total yards, and just kind of the struggles in pass protection, what do you think led to that today?
I mean, I think there's a bunch of different variable. We got to do better, that's for sure. I think playing together in a loud environment with cadence, silent under, make sure we're all on the same page. I think that was a big part of it, and it's disappointing to finish the season this way, that's for sure, because I felt like over the last few weeks we were building something, and we got to learn from that, and make sure we show up to OTAs and training camp and everything with that mindset, that mindset that we put up good numbers over the last 6-7 weeks, but we got to close games. We got to find a way to score, get something going, make plays when it's important in the third, fourth quarter, and I don't, today for sure we were not able to do that.
Laurent, how tough is it when the defense is coming up with stop after stop there? I think they forced a bunch of punts in a row, and you guys just couldn't get anything going offensively.
It was, I mean, it was tough. I felt like we showed up with the mindset of trying to run the ball, and they brought a lot of safety pressure, stuff off the edge, and I don't think we handled it really well. I think communication was for sure an issue with all out it was, but it's not an excuse. We got to find a way to be efficient on first and second down, so we put ourselves in a position on third down to convert instead of being 3rd and 10. And I feel like, at the beginning of the game, like all the time we were drop back pass protecting, we're 3rd and long. So of course it's tough to do that in those situations. So it all started to me with the run game and our ability to put ourselves in 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, and then be in short yardage situation. And I don't think we were able to do that today. And I think that's everybody feels the same way. Like everybody's disappointed.
Laurent, you came from a championship organization in Kansas City. The Jets are obviously trying to find their way out of this playoff drought. What have your impressions been of this organization and the direction it's going in your 2 months with the team?
I mean, honestly, like I've been here the last 8 weeks. When you look at the number, like we have some good stats. You look at our ability to run the ball in the last 8 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever. Like we're top of the league, but it doesn't translate into our ability to win. And I think that's what we got to work on. We got to build a winning culture and start closing game. I'm thinking about Tampa Bay last week. Like we gotta have that sense of urgency and put everything on the line to make sure that we stay on the field offensively and win this game. And I feel like in the NFL, so many games are won, in the last drive of the fourth quarter, and we got to be able to not only put ourselves in that situation, but after that, convert and make it happen. We'll get there.
What about you, Laurent? You're going to be a free agent after, very shortly. How much would you consider coming back to the Jets before hitting the open market?
Honestly, everything's on the table right now. I think for me, it's important also to look at my future as a physician. There's some deadline. There's some issue that I gotta work out with the medical faculty, with the licensing back home in Canada to make sure that I'm not having to restart that 8-year process that I went through. So I'm going to get those answers, and then I'll start looking at my option from a football perspective.
Any more questions? You mean there's a chance that you might not play football this year based on certain deadlines?
I mean, I don't want to get too much into the details, but after you graduate, normally you get 4 years to start practicing. For me, I graduated in 2018 in May. So normally by July 1st, I should be enrolled in a residency program. So I got to find a way to get some leeway from the medical faculty in order to pursue my football career. So, of course, when it comes to being a physician, you don't want to take shortcut or cut corners short or whatever you guys say in English. So I got to make sure that I'm doing things right. So that's what I'm going to do in the next few weeks. I think, for me, it's been a lot of transition this year, going from Kansas City to kind of requesting that trade, so I get an opportunity to play, and now I got to go back and look at my options from a medical standpoint. Yeah.